Hi, everyone. About a minute on the Biden administration's move to force automakers to make more electric vehicles. You may have seen this news. It came out earlier this week. The EPA issued a ruling that it doesn't say that automakers have to build more EVs. Instead, it's a backdoor rule that will reduce the allowable tailpipe emissions for the vehicles that automakers produce. Well, this is effectively an administrative state mandate that will require them to produce more EVs. Remember, those EVs are very costly to make. As I showed here on this channel a few weeks ago, Ford is losing $34,000 for every electric vehicle they make. But the importance of this goes beyond the profits of the automakers. It's about three things. One is affordability, second it's the grid, and third is China. So I'll take those in order. Affordability. EVs are not being bought by working class people as a general rule. The average household income for an EV buyer is $140,000. That's twice the national average. Who buys EVs? It's the Benz and Beamer crowd. It's not the poor and the working class. Second, there's a grid element here that is also involves a regressive tax on low-income people. The grid is simply not set up to handle the massive amount of energy that would be required to use electricity for transportation. That means it's going to require expensive upgrades. Who's going to have to pay for that? Well, of course, ratepayers and taxpayers. So we'll have the poor and the middle class subsidizing charging stations for the wealthy. It's a terrible idea. Finally, China. I'm not a China basher, but the reality is that the supply chains for EVs, whether it's lithium, cobalt, or neodymium iron boron magnets, China has a commanding market share in all of those metals, as well as the mining and the processing and the production. So why would we make our auto industry dependent on China in this? Our auto industry is an important industry. Why would we make one of our most important industries almost wholly dependent on China? It makes no sense whatsoever. I'll stop there. Follow me on Substack, would you? robertbryce.substack.com. Thanks a lot. See ya.